Hey guys, what's going on? Rob here. Just the kind of bored today. So pretty much all my shit and work's done for the day, so I decided to do something I've been wanting to do. I'm a huge female vocalist fan of hard rock and metal, you know, even some heavier stuff. So I'm going to start with a series of some of my favorite female vocalists. These bands could be well-known bands to bands that literally you find off Bandcamp or Facebook. There's a few I just found off Facebook by dumb luck. But it ranges from 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, now. I know a lot of you guys don't like to try the new stuff, but you're missing out, on all honesty. So I'm just going to go through this and give a little detail. I had quite a few albums here. I just went through, some CDs I had in the garage. I sit in the garage. I like when the weather is nicer, so I had tons of CDs out there. So guys, I'm going to start with the albums, the vinyl, then I'll move to the CDs. But I got quite a few, so I'm going to try to go fast, but not too fast where you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, we'll go with the first one, which is Vixen. Whole band's females. Roxy Petrucci of Madam X and Iron Maidens and stuff like that. But female fronted Janet Gardner, who by the way just released a solo album on Pavement Records, and it sounds killer. Check out the song Rat Hole. I'll try to put links in my description below of the smaller bands, so you guys don't have to chase around finding it. I'll make it easy for you. And then we got notes on the side here because I can't remember where everybody's from or how to say certain names. Smash Gladys, good late 80s, early 90s band. Sleazy Hard Rock. She reminds me of like Wendy O. Williams, but with a better voice. And Wendy doesn't have the greatest voice, but she has that growl and tone to her. She kind of reminds me of her. That's the best way I can describe it. Kind of like Guns N' Roses almost, with a female singer. Best way I could describe that for you. Next band is Femme Fatale, Lorraine Lewis. She's got a big voice, man. This I always say bombastic because this whole album is just her voice and the guitars in here are just so big. It's hair metal, but it's good stuff. It's the only album they've ever put out. They got back together for a little while recently. She had two of the girls from Iron Maiden's tribute band, Nita Strauss, and she's the one who plays for Alice Cooper right now. And I can't remember the other one, Courtney something. But a really good album. One of my favorite modern bands is a band called Delane. Very much, the guy who started is the keyboardist for a band called Within Temptation. Original ground member from Within Temptation. But this is his band when he left. This is like the fourth album, fifth, I can't remember offhand. But it's very symphonic, gothic at times. Super clean vocalist. She's got a beautiful voice. Charlotte Wessel. I like her a lot. That band's well worth looking into. Next one is Pretty Reckless. This album is really bluesy. This is their newest album. This one got really bluesy. The ones before were kind of hard rock with a little bit of blues influence. God, I can't remember. I always forget her name. Every time I think of the damn girl, I think of Cindy Lou from the movie because that's who she is. God damn it. Anyway, Pretty Reckless. I didn't write it down either, did I? No. I'll remember it while we're talking. A great female fronted band called Unleash the Archers. Her name is Brittany Hayes. This girl can sing, this girl can scream. She's total, 80s metal screamer. It's a power metal band. But definitely worth checking out, even if you're not into the newer stuff. This is a Century of Napalm release, so you know it's generally a good release. Check her out. amazing. Everybody knows Lita, so I'm not going to do much talking about that. Lita Ford from the Runaways, you know, played with Joan Jett. And next band I was just talking about is Within Temptation. Sharon Den Adele. Might be my favorite singer, female singer, period. Woman's got a voice of an angel, and she's hot as hell. But this is Evanescence-like, but these Evanescence singer Amy Lee, this is her inspiration for our band. These guys were out before Evanescence, mid 90s. They progressed to get a little bit poppier, but they're still good. I mean, that's the newest album, right? I think that's the newest one, besides the live one. But I still like them no matter what. They actually do a song with Exhibit, the rapper. That's pretty good. The old singer of Killswitch Engage does a song on that one with her. Next album is one I really love too. It's a band called Dorothy. Singer is Dorothy Martin. It's kind of like a modern 70s bluesy hard rock. She doesn't sound like Janis Joplin, but when I listen to it, I think of Joplin. But she's got a cleaner sound, a cleaner tone, you know. But for some reason, when I listen to this album, I think of Joplin. And Janis Joplin is one of my favorite female singers as well. I can't believe I didn't pull out a CD of hers. Then we got a dual lead, but it's mostly female anymore, is Clune Coil. Her name is Christine Scivia. And this is kind of gothic, dark, Italian, modern metal rock. Some songs are heavier. They do a killer cover of Losing My Religion from REM. And I despise REM, but the only song I do like by them is Losing My Religion. And she kills it on this. This should have been the original version of that song. Oh, sliding up the chair. Now this band's called, I always say it wrong, Amarath, or Amarath. It's a triple lead vocalist. Female clean lead, male clean lead, and a male throaty lead. It's such a crazy combination. Her name is Elise Ridd. She's primarily the singer now. The clean male singer left the band after the latest album because he wasn't happy with the way they were going. The latest album is really poppy. I mean, like, to the point where I don't particularly like it. Maybe 3 of the songs out of was it 10 or 11 on there I like. And he really didn't like it either. And actually, the clean male singer is Jake E. If you guys ever heard of a band called Dreamland, which is a kick-ass band, he was the lead singer for that band. He's got a new band called out now called Sidra. Kind of sounds like Hydra, but it's Sidra. I heard the one song. It's pretty good. It's pretty modern tech, hard rock, metal, but killer band. This album especially is good. A Massive Addictive rather. And we got Arch Enemy, which the original singer was the dude on the first album, but he didn't last very long. And then Angela Gassow came in, and she has I didn't really like him with her. I don't know what it was. It sounds similar, you know, the death, the throaty voice, harsh voice, whatever you want to call it, with Elise White Glues. I always get the middle name mixed up. But Elise took over on War Eternal, the album before this one. This is her newest one. And I really like Elise. She was in an original band was called The Agonists, which I love as well. Which I got another one in here of that band. But this album's killer. They let her sing some clean vocals on here, which I'm glad they did, because our clean vocals are killer too. But and I see a lot of people not liking this album. This album's killer. I mean, I liked War Eternal, but this is like 2 steps above War Eternal in my opinion. And if they keep staying in this direction, I mean, I'm gonna love this band forever. Alright, now I'm gonna move in, and now I'm gonna switch the CDs a little bit. Sorry if I'm shaking that. I think what am I at here? I get this shit down so I don't get lost. Alright, we'll start with a band called Revamp. Singer in this band, get down, cat. Singer in this band is, get down, Flora Jansen, however you want to say. She's actually the main singer in Nightwish right now. The best singer they've ever had. The girl is a powerhouse. She was originally in a band called After Forever, which was very gothic, but they put out a couple albums there where they turned to more of that symphonic, heavier sound. It's a good band. This CD is their best. They have 2 albums. This one's really good. The second one's okay, but then she went on to Nightwish, so I don't know if they're going to continue. But she can sing the harsh, she can sing the mid-range, she can sing the high. There's a song on here called Honey for the Dam. It's just piano. I think it's just piano and her clean, soft voice. It's an incredible song. One of those things that raised the hair on my arms on it. I like metal, but there's something about just the piano and a good vocal that, gets you. A really good band, a really good singer. After Forever, Nightwish, and Revamp are the ones I know of offhand. Next band is a Christian band called Gretchen. Album's called In the Meantime. They have another one too. The other one's, I think it's called Something Nails. But inside here, there's like, the old nails, like was nailed to the cross. That's kind of what it's based on. There's a nail in here, a metal, old school carpenter's nail. It's really cool. But these guys are like 2000, 2005 era. Heavy, clean vocal. Band can be radio oriented. I'll put a link for these guys because I think this is a really good album. She's got a higher range voice. But I mean, really good band. I mean, really good band. They've only got 2 albums that I'm aware of. I'm pretty sure that's it because they're only around for a few years. I don't know why they just disappeared. A lot of the Christian bands get screwed on that shit. How are we at now? Okay, the next band is, I got a couple of their CDs, I think. Is this the latest? The one of the latest is the one I got signed. Alright, anyway, I'm looking at the cover, I didn't realize it was on. I always say funny. Bella Sierra. They're a American band, it just sounds Italian. The vocalist's name is Krystal, they don't ever list her last name. If you guys know Icon for Hire, that band that's really poppy, hard rock, a little bit electronic, these guys are like those, but heavier. I really like this band. This is a band I found off Facebook by looking at other bands. Good band, I like them. I'll put a link for them in the thing. And this band is a band out of Kansas near me called Bayless. Christian, they're both Christian metal. It's a female and male lead, and they're a married couple. Their names are Vanessa and Jared Bayless. They were from, like I said, Topeka, Kansas, near me. Well, kind of near me. But they moved to Tennessee. And they kind of disappeared after they made like an EP they put out with a big producer. And it was really good too. And I just haven't heard anything from him since. But I know he's also a minister, so I know he moved there for that reason as well. Next band is called the band's called A Light Divided. See if I got any pictures inside there. There we go. Fucking hair. I think modern. Did I write anything for these guys? Oh, 1 second. Just modern hard rock. So the band's name reminded me, it was like my god. I get so caught up when I get on the camera. Modern hard rock, I'll put a link in the sig. Pretty good, it goes from, you know, light poppy stuff to mid-range hard rock to a little bit of heavier than that. But a really good band. I love this cover. I'm not sure if you can actually see it. But cat's on the table. It's got like three faces of the girl. Evil, normal, and then I don't know what the other one is. Dead. Next band is this is more of a gothic symphonic style band called Leaves Eyes. They have a new singer now that I don't like, so I'm not going to talk about that. But Liv Christine, her original band that I'm fully aware of was a band called Theater of Tragedy, another gothic symphonic band. They also have a new singer that I don't like, but really good album, really good Viking metal. I mean, it has that Viking metal with the gothic sound. This album is really good. Their other albums are kind of okay, but I love this one. This is the one I discovered them on. This band's out of Brazil, and it's called Vandroia. And her name is, I'm going to probably hack it up, Dazia Munoz. That's all I'm going to go with. But I mean, there's the CD and stuff. And this is going to sound silly, but in her softer voice, it sounds like Britney Spears. You know those weird afflictions Britney has on her voice? She has them, and I think it's just her accent. So it sounds like that to me. The girl can sing. And you got a little bit of an accent when she sings, but she can sing. They just put out a new album that I don't have yet, because it only came out on CD. So I need to get that one too. There's another band called Edvinya, a German band. Heavy. Her voice ranges from clean, high, to that a little bit of throaty. It's a very, eclectic vocal on this thing. See if I can find a picture of them. That's the band. Oddly, I found out that on this CD, which is their first CD, her name on here is Natalie Pereira dos Santos, which doesn't sound German to me, but actually I wrote it down because they changed their names. How's that? Yeah, it's Murray Diaz Serrano. So it's the same chick. I just don't know why it's changed on the new CD. Oh, that's their first CD. I'm sorry, they do have another CD they released last year. Another band that recently changed singers, and I don't like the sound, is a band called Xandria. This is Ravenheart. Very gothic, hard rock metal sounding. I cannot say her name. It's Lisa Skafisya, but she got married and changed to Middelhoff, but I'm going to go with that. But great singer, has a beautiful voice. A lot of their slower stuff is the stuff I actually like. This album's called Ravenheart, but the new stuff is like operatic, and she has a bit of an operatic voice at times, but a lot of that new stuff that they're doing is completely operatic, and I don't mind it, but when it's over the top like it's been, I kind of am off of it. Another band I found on Facebook a couple of years ago is a band called Phosphine. This album's called Any Last Words. I got a couple of theirs. This is their first one, I think. I think there's a picture. Oh yeah, I got this one autographed actually. Her name is what? I know it's Lisa something. Nope, it's Jenny Lee. Although again, on the thing it says Jenny E. Mapardo. But I think let me make sure I got the right one so I'm not talking out my ass now. Jenny Lee. It's a modern 2008, 7-ish sound. Poppy, but they have some heavier stuff. The girl can sing. Sometimes it sounds a little off-key to me. It's kind of like a Frank Sinatra, He just has a voice, but he's off-key a lot when it comes to the music. But really good. I'll put a link in there since they're kind of unique. This is a band called Beyond the Black. Jennifer, her name's Jennifer Haven. She's the one that gives me a run for the money for best female vocalist versus Sharon Denadel from Within Temptation. She looks like a little house on the prairie chick. It's a German band, by the way. Killer. It's heavy metal, symphonic heavy metal with. It does have a backing, growl, harsh vocals here and there. And there's a song on here called "Love Me Forever." I think this one has the extra track one where it's just her singing with the piano again. Another one that raises the hair on my arms. Now another band I love. I love these guys since I found them in the '80s. Phantom Blue. Her last name's hard to say. It's like I know it's Gigi Hangak or Hanak. I wrote it down. Hangach. So Hangak. Want to go with? But killer, all female band. Oh no. I was talking about my ass earlier about. I'm sorry. Roxy Petrucci being in the Iron Maiden. She wasn't. The drummer for this band is Lisa something. Lisa McDonald is a drummer for Iron Maidens. Sorry about that. But great CD. This. Her first one's really good, and this is really good too. It's really heavy. That's her second album, which is like super tough to find on vinyl. A band called Tap in the Vein from Philly. This came out about 2002. Although this is a reissue because, yeah, I need to go fast. Because it came out in the 90s. A song called Butterfly was on a compilation in the late 80s, early 90s. And they're very hard rock, electronic a little bit. Kind of like Stabbed in Westward with a female vocalist. She can sing really good. Now we'll come back around to the Agonist, which, Alyssa White Glues used to be the singer for them. Well, they got this new girl called, they got a Greek name, Vicki, I gotta look it up, Sarakis? It's a P-S-A-R-A-K-I-S, so I'm going with that. But she replaced her. I think the two albums they've done with her are fantastic. I mean, pushing the limits of being better than with Alyssa. I think she's got a better clean voice than Alyssa does. Alyssa has a good voice, don't get me wrong. But I love this album. There's a song on here called Anchor. The Anchor and the Sail. Her voice in this thing it's crazy. It gets clean, a demonic sound, and then the harsh, It's a great album. I need to get this on vinyl. I don't know why I bought the damn CD. And since the album just stopped, God damn it, I hate when these CDs. This is why CDs are a pain in the dick. Anyway, the album was just playing. Album was just playing in the background is a band called Cobra and the Lotus. The singer is Cobra Page. She's got a very interesting voice. Her high is really good, her clean's really good, but she has this, I think I mentioned it before, has this tone sometimes when she's singing, especially in the album before this. This album's a little more poppier, but still good. There's some great songs on there. Bruce Dickinson. She has that weird kind of low tone behind when he sings. I don't know how to explain it, but when I hear her sing, especially the older stuff, like High Priestess and the other albums, it gives me that ring. There's a song called Soldier that they do, and I just hear him there. I hear it in a different voice, obviously, but I just hear his tones. All right, another band called Cold Kingdom. I found these guys off of, there was a band called Romantic Rebel, which is actually in this pile, that I liked. And they were doing a radio show contest, so they were hyping themselves up. Hey, can you vote for this band? So I started listening to the other bands there, and I fell in love with this band, Cold Kingdom. This is their self-released album called, I always forget, The Moon and the Fool. The singer on here is Danny Ingham. Yeah, Danny Ingham. Hot as balls, so makes it nice. Yeah. I can't even explain it. It's like a modern hard rock band with you know, her vocals are unique. The way she sings is kind of like the Korn dude. That weird off-tempo kind of vocal sometimes. You know, it does all those weird noises. She kind of has that, and that's going to sound silly. I mean, it's just like when you listen to something, you get a feel for something else, no matter if it seems completely different. But this is probably one of my favorite CDs in the past 10 years. I wish it was on vinyl. They just put out a new EP that's pretty good too, but I don't have it here right now. Another band, 2007, I think. What year was that? Cold Kingdom? I know it's been a few years now. Sorry, give me a minute. It's been at least 2-3 years on that. No, I can't find it now. This band's from 2007, Indigo Dying, self-titled. The singer is Vicki Jackie. What the hell's her name? Gisa. Like Alicia, but with a G. Gisa Vatke. I don't know where she's from or whatever, but there's not much information about her. There's a couple songs on here she does duets with. Mark Bowles, you know him from Yngwie Malmsteen and Glory? I forget the other band. Michael Kinski. Everybody knows Michael Kinski if you like metal. And there's one other guy. I don't know. 2 songs are with Bowles. But really good. Very mellow CD. Has some hard rock moments, but I mean metal moments, but it's mostly hard rock, lighter hard rock at times. Frontiers Records, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, when they first came out, they did a lot of AOR-ish stuff, and they still do, but they've got a lot of bands now. But it's a really good album. It's a good mellow, chill album to listen to. Of course, one of my favorite modern bands is In This Moment. Maria Brink. I mean, this is an older album, so but she looks a little different now. But this is a Russian one. You can tell by the way they're rounded off. This one has the one that's the bonus tracks on there, so that's where I got that one. This is a band called Sister Shotgun, a UK band. Not signed. This is all independent. They have 2 albums. This is the new one called Devour. The first one has a song on it, For the Love of Hate, that I found by accident. I love the song. It's still their best song they put out. It's a modern hard rock band that sounds like they could be from the 80s guitar-wise, with a female front end, singer that's kind of taken after her. But that song, it's one of those songs. It's about drug addiction or alcoholism or whatever, but it's one of those songs that raises the hair on my. I talk about it. I love that song. I would probably put that in the link so you guys can hear it. But you can only get this off of them through their website and stuff like that. But this one was a digipack. The other one's not, but it's. You can see it or not. This is a good album. There's a song right here called. What is it called? I think Overcome as their new video. I'll put their things in the link. Here's another band that I did not like before. Is another Russian CD, as you can tell. They're actually a Russian band called Dark Princess. This is very hard. It's hard rock metal at times. Picture Celine Dion doing metal. I mean, the girl's voice is that good. She's actually off a YouTube singer. That's how they found her. She was doing Celine Dion covers and stuff, but she's a killer vocalist. Another top 5 female for me, probably. They had 1 or 2. They had one other vocalist before this called Olga Romanov, and it was very gothic metal-like, and it's like the operatic style again, which if it's too much, it's too much, and they weren't like that. This is very different. Same band, different singer. And how often can you say that the second singer is the best singer? And she's by far the best singer. And she looks like this little tiny, she is tiny. I mean, the girl got power in those voices. Let me see if I can find a picture. Do they not have a picture of him here? Yeah, there we go. I mean, they got her propped up there obviously because she's tiny. But I'm telling you, the heavy metal or metal Celine Dion, incredible voice. I like these rounded. I don't know why, I just do. I don't like when you pull them out, but the way the things sit in there, they pop out the other opposite direction. You don't have to slide it out, you can just bend it in. I like those Russian ones. I know this is going long, guys. I'm sorry, I got about 10 more. This is a band I recently discovered last year called Jeannine. Bluesy hard rock, mid-tempo stuff, you know, another chill album. Tony Martin did a duet with her on here of, you know, Tony Martin of Martin and Molo and Martin and Molo? Or Ramos, I don't know. But, you know, Black Sabbath fame, Headless Cross, Eternal Idol, that era. He does and there's another guy on here I do not know. Pontus Snip, there's a duet on there. But the Tony Martin one's kind of ballady. It's really good. Martin can still sing. I mean, this is from last year, 2016, right? Yeah. So it took me a while to find this. I had to pay 20 bucks when I did find it. And everybody knows Betsy Weiss. Also, you know, the band Bitch. Basically, this is the same band. It's just they changed their name when they went to a bigger label. I mean, bigger. Sorry. Come on, cat. Get down, you little bastard. This is the reissue from Dive Bomb record. There's bonus tracks on it. Great band. I love this stuff. This is pure 80s, you know? Another small band I found. I think I found these off of Play the Music or something like that. I was looking at something else. Called Hail Sagan. Singer is Sagan Emery, and this is their first EP. If I'm not wrong, I think this is on EMP. Yeah, EMP. You know, basis for Megadeth's label now. Autograph is on there now. Ellison. That's his label.